Okay, I have a very simple question for our special guests here, Ishu and Melissa Jacob or Jacob. And they both play for Perlas, Pilipinas. Now, very simple question. Are you guys competing in the Southeast Asian Games?
It's still in the air.
Why is it still in the air? Why?
50-50.
Why is it 50-50? You guys almost won it the last time. Why is it 50-50?
Won silver.
That's a good question, honestly.
But it's a simple question, right?
Yeah.
So,
I mean, we have the credentials. We've had good standings and finishes within the Southeast Asian arena, so it's mind-boggling why we're not being entered. But with SBP, we weren't technically endorsed by them. So when the POC and PSC got the list of athletes for the SEA Games, people are asking us, how come we don't appeal? How can we appeal if we're not technically in there? So that's kind of where the delay is. But today's the deadline, so I think they're debating and seeing what teams and
Today is the
players.
deadline, so by tomorrow, that's the final list na for the SEA
Yeah,
Games.
So
So what are the chances? Malabo na talaga. I mean, it's already,
Yeah.
3 p.m.?
I say 90%.
90% sure wala na.
No, that we're in.
Oh, yeah,
Thank
okay,
you.
stay positive.
yeah, stay positive.
but doesn't this surprise you, Miyaka, na parang, wait a minute, okay, these guys, they compete and, they won a medal, silver, in fact, and then now, question mark by if they'll be sent or not.
I know, and SBP should actually be, the one, frontlining this endorsement sa kanila because, they're not losers, they're actually winners. Kung hindi lang mali yung tawag in the last game, they would have won the whole thing. I mean, diba? Where's the support here?
Ish, in your opinion, where lies the problem? Why are your credentials like being questioned, or your participation in the next SEA Games? Why is it even being questioned? Why is it even being discussed?
Well, for me, okay, I'm a rookie this year. But then for me, I've been following their team like for the past 5 years. I watch their games. And it's different if you're there and you're involved with the team. Well, rarely you'd see SBP of it. No one watches them. So I guess for them to just say, so it's different, like when you're saying with the blur, it's different when you see is to believe. It's different if they're there to actually see how the girls play or how we train and how they went through all the 5 years.
So they have no knowledge
Yeah,
of
they
you.
have no knowledge. They just get by, okay, they won bronze, they won silver. So for them, it's like...
Isn't
that's
that
it.
enough? Isn't that enough?
Well, yeah, that should be enough.
That should be enough, right?
Well, since it's not enough, they should actually see for themselves how the girls actually play the game.
But the thing is, at the game against Thailand, the last SEA Games, POC was there, PSC was there, SBP was there, and even after the game, they're like, it should have been you guys should have won gold. So then, for them to acknowledge that fact and then not endorse us for the SEA Games, like,
What's going on?
no, yeah, it doesn't make sense for them to tell us, you guys were actually the champions. If it wasn't for that, you guys, in our eyes, you guys are the champions. How come they're not sending us to make Bawi or to prove it wasn't a fluke that we won gold in Siaba, that we won, got to the title game for last year's SEA Games? Like, we should have another chance.
Isang malaking katanungan lang talaga ito.
No, as Melissa said, it actually boggles the mind because the purpose of having the SEA Games, sending athletes is one, for them to gain experience, to help them get better, and three, win. But you can't win if you don't give them experience. There's like a process
Most
involved.
especially this chance because they want to get the revenge, diba? They were robbed out of a championship the last time.
Doug, can you think of any like legitimate reason so as not to send athletes? Because I think like Perlas is not the only team affected by this kind of decision making. So can you think of like any legitimate reason?
Baka funding talaga.
Funding?
Which they
Is
want
that
to
the reason that you
maybe
get
they
to?
want to prioritize other sports or other teams,
Oh, what
maybe. But I know they deserve to be there, of course. If you've won the silver medal last year, then of course you have the chance of getting the gold. And if they're not sending you guys, then it just means that they're prioritizing other people. I mean, that's just it, maybe, for me.
What have they told you? I mean, I'm sure you've reached out to like groups and organizations to get an explanation as to what's happening. What kind of explanations have you gotten?
That it's just kind of like in a circle. So like SBP saying they're just going off POC, PSC credentials, which is sure gold. So then that's why SBP didn't endorse us. And they're like, okay, appeal. So then we're like, how can we appeal if we've never been entered to begin with? Then also like we heard, sure gold. Then it became like gold medal contender. So okay, we're in that list. But then so if those people aren't going to go, then it's like for developmental. So it's like, how can you decide where to go from that? It's like kind of like a big range now. It just goes in circles.
Do you subscribe to that argument, Ish? The sure gold or gold contender, like the only qualification that would allow
sure
you
gold,
to travel?
No, I don't go.
First of
for
all, is
that.
there such a thing as
It's
sure
a
gold?
national
Yeah.
team. Yeah. How are you? Who are you to say if? You should, in your mind, you should say, okay, my players are all sure gold.
Yeah.
You're a national team. I mean, you're not like a college team that you're sending abroad.
I mean, I can be a gold medal contender. I go there and I wake up at the wrong side of the bed. You know, minom ako nung the night before, di ba? So, baka, di ba, you wake up and you're not fit to compete, di ba?
All sports have been, preparing for this. And for them just not to send it because sa tingin nila hindi sila sure gold, doesn't make sense.
And it doesn't help that the deadline was supposed to be when? October, and now it's pushed to today, and that's just terrible for you guys. So I feel for you. I can't say anything, but I feel terrible. I mean, today's the last day, you guys have a few hours, but I'll pray for you guys.
Ano magagawa ng bicep mo dyan?
Sino ba?
Nobody,
Sino ba?
nobody, no, if
Kita mo ang bicep mo dyan.
if these concerned officials, let's say they say talaga, look, budget is really tight. Would you believe that? Would you understand them if they say, look guys, we're really sorry, but we can only send X number of athletes because this is the only budget we have. It's the only money we have. Would you accept that as a reason?
I mean, yeah. I mean, last year we had the beach games in China, and they're like, okay, you guys can join, but you have to pay your way. And then if you medal, then we'll reimburse you. So stuff like that. I wouldn't be surprised if they did something like that. But then, yeah, that's kind of.
You were carrying the Philippine flag on your jerseys even before the support came. So dapat
But
prior
just
to
wait
every.
lang, who's the chairman of SBP?
I don't know.
Sunny. Barrier.
Sonny Barrios?
I just want to know.
Or the president. The president is MVP, but then like the head executive director is Sunny Barrier.
So I'm pretty sure they have money. What's this funding thing
Oh, yung text
about?
mo na. Ito.
Teka lang, tawagan
Bigyan mo
na.
nga,
Sino
tawagan mo
kailangan
muna.
Oh, ito na.
Yes.
Sino mo kailangan
Ay, nga pala.
tawagan?
Nga pala. Oo nga, on behalf of Melissa and Ish, why don't you make the call? Make the call.
My part.
Do your
Yes,
part, make the call now.
Seryoso yan, ha? Seryoso yan, ha?
No, but
Your biceps flexing right there.
Yeah.
Serious.
Ayan na, ayan na.
Whoa.
Did you just smoke it?
Inappropriate.
Did you just really
I've been
poke it?
violated.
Okay, this is an opportunity for Melissa and Ish to, I guess, appeal
Yes.
to the, people concerned, maybe even to other viewers who might be able to help.
Or for sponsors who want to sponsor them.
No, you can have the sponsors, but if you're not on the list and
Baliwala.
baliwala eh. It's not a matter of sponsorship. It's a matter of being included in the official
Okay.
list of Filipino athletes. So, Melissa, what do you want to say?
Just please pray for us that we get entered in. I know they got the endorsement today. It's with POC, PSC, so hopefully things go our way.
Ish?
Ditto.
Yeah, that's totally what she said. Oh no, hey, we tweeted. I tweeted MVP, Sir MVP like a few hours ago because
Why
they
you
were
only
telling-
tweeted it? She can call him straight. You make the call.
There you go. I will appeal to you.
Ito, tawagan mo na. Ayan.
There we go.
Close, ha?
Make the call. Well, good guys. Good luck. We pray that the Perlas team gets included and you get to compete and you get to finally complete the mission that
Yeah.
you started to do during the last SEAG
Seriously.
games. You guys deserve to go. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.